Jags fans, welcome back to another episode of Jag Jaw. It's been a long 2 weeks. We've had the bye week. We were out in London. Feels like a million years since the Jags have last played, especially because we got whooped. But today we got to go over a couple things that happened during the bye week, and a couple important injury updates, and obviously some terrible news. We're going to go over it. Also going to go over this Raiders Jags game that's happening on Sunday. So let's just get right into it. Basically. Gonna rip the Band-Aid right off. Obviously, Travis Hunter's hurt. There's a lot of rumors that he was going to be the wide receiver one coming out of the bye week. Brian Thomas Jr. hadn't been stepping up. The offense was going to be run through Travis Hunter from the rumors, and I was really excited for him to make a lot of plays and just see his rookie season progress. But obviously, gets hurt at practice, which is the most Jaguar thing in the world. Like, he could have just, it could have been like a game injury or, something, I'd be like, oh, I get it. But no, at practice, a non-contact injury, knee injury, that hurts. That's just some Jaguar stuff. We're dealing with it forever. It's just continuing. Can never catch a break. I was on TikTok making a video about that the other day. Jags can just never catch a break. Luckily, they did say the testing revealed that it's intact, so it's not a torn ACL. From what I've heard on Twitter and stuff, it seems like it's going to be an 8-week injury. They put him on the 4-week IR, that's the quickest he can come back. So regardless, he's missing the next 4 weeks. From the rumors I heard, it's going to be an 8-week injury, which is basically like he's out for the rest of the season. I mean, if we're not in the playoff hunt in week 18, they're not going to put him in there. So either we save the season or, that was our last time watching Travis Hunter for the rest of the year, which really hurts because he was just coming to his own. He just had a 100-yard game. I know it was in garbage time, but he had his best game. He scored his first touchdown. Obviously playing both sides of the ball, he needs more time to develop, and being off the field is not going to help his development, and he needs that stuff. It really hurts. I made another TikTok talking how we got to make a trade. You can see right here, James Gladstone, it's time. We got to make a trade. Chris Olave, Jacoby Myers, Jalen Waddle. We got to trade for somebody. Brian Thomas Jr. is making 0 plays for us. Obviously now Travis Hunter is hurt for the rest of the season, damn near. We're putting Austin Trammell, moving him up from the practice squad. Like, this is not going to get it done. We have to go get somebody that's going to make a play. Trevor, obviously, he's not going to put the team on his back. That's not the type of quarterback he is. He needs receivers around him. We need Brenton Strange to get back off of injury. We need to trade for a wide receiver. And the O-line needs to play better. And we need to start running the ball. That's going to help Trevor. If we can get a good run game going, it will help off play action. It will help open up the defense. Trevor needs help. He needs a wide receiver. We got to go get somebody. From what I've been hearing, Chris Olave is probably not going to get traded. Jacoby Myers is the most likely candidate, and he has great hands. He's not scared across the middle. I would love for him to be a Jacksonville Jaguar, especially for this season. We need him. We need somebody. We traded for Tim Patrick. That was a great trade for depth. Turns out we need him right now to be a starter, and he's also hurt. We have De'Ami Brown, we have Brian Thomas Jr., we got Parker Washington, we got Austin Trammell. That's the 4 receivers this week. That's not good enough. That's not going to win you the Super Bowl. Like, we want to get Trevor's full development and see if we actually know who he is. You can't do that when you're throwing at Austin Trammell. That's not how it works. You can do that with freaking Peyton Manning. You're not going to figure it out. You need to have players that are going to show what Trevor is. And even the receivers we've had this season are not making those plays because they're dropping over and over. So it's like, we need to make a trade. Somebody's going to step up, actually make plays, catch the ball, and save the season. Obviously, we're 4-3. The season's not over. I know I made a joke on TikTok saying, the season's over, it's over, whatever. Like, obviously, it's, when you see your best player, the second overall pick, go down after your first pick from last year is playing terrible, you lose back-to-back, yeah, it looks like the world's falling, but it's not. We can save this season. We got to go trade for a receiver. I didn't even mention it, but we got to go trade for a safety. We're about to have our freaking 6th-round draft pick, Rayon Lane, starting at safety this week. What are we doing, man? He's a special teams player. Like, this is like, we already have Wingard, who's been a liability all season. We have to go get somebody. We got to go make a play. Like, James, like, if there's ever a time, dude, you got to go make a trade right now. We can't wait. 4-3 turns into 4-7 really quick, especially in the NFL, because it's any given Sunday. If you're not on your A game, you're going to get walked on. We're about to play the Raiders this week. Everybody's like, oh, this is dub, this is dub. You better show up. You better have receivers that are going to catch the ball. You better have safeties that are going to cover their receiver, because Geno Smith, he's going deep. I promise that. He's going deep this weekend. You better have somebody back there that's going to cover him. Because right now, I don't trust our safeties. We made a trade for a corner. Good job. We still need more depth in the DB room. We need receivers. We need a real receiver that's going to make a play. No, I don't need a Calvin Johnson on this team. Jacoby Myers. Somebody's going to catch the ball. Just make a play for us. Make a play for Trevor. And it's hard because now he's going to have to get worked into the offense. He doesn't know the playbook, all that type of stuff. So it's aggravating. We had Travis Hunter for exactly what we need right now for this trade. Man, injuries, man. Jags can never catch a break, I promise. Speaking of injuries, let's just go over the injury report right here. Just talking about the safeties, Eric Murray, he's on IR. That's why Rayon Lane's starting. These injuries are killing us, man. Tim Patrick's out. Obviously, Travis Hunter's out. Those are good players. We have limited participation from Dennis Gardeck, Jordan Lewis. Who else? Brian Thomas Jr., because he had that shoulder thing at the end of the last game. I don't even know what that is. Devin Lloyd limited. He's questionable for the game. It's just De'Ami Brown, he was a full participant. Thank God. We need a receiver. But if you look right here, the Raiders are getting Brock Bowers back. That's their number one receiver. And actually, we're talking about Jacoby Myers. He's on the other side. We're going to watch him this weekend. I hope we can go get him. Hope this is his last game ever against the Jags, and then he plays for the Jags next week. Obviously, I'd rather have a Jalen Waddle or, what's his name over here? I blank out Chris Olave, but I don't think they get traded. So it's I can wish and wish and wish all I want, but I don't think it happens. So it just is what it is. Jags have a lot of injuries. Trevor has to put the team on his back, which is oh, crap. It's can we trust him to do that? I wish we could. I wish he could go back to that 2022 season, man. He didn't have an elite receiver corps, but those guys caught the ball. Zay Jones, Marvin Jones, those guys caught the ball, and I just want that for our receivers right now. We just need people to catch the football. I'm not asking for you to go for 1,000 yards. I'm not asking for, a crazy, spectacular catch or juke out 100 people. Just catch the ball when it's thrown to you. But so the offense can keep moving. We can keep getting first downs. We can run the ball again. Because if you can't throw the ball, they're just going to stack the box, and then you can't run the ball either. You have to have both sides of it. You got to run the ball. You got to be balanced. You have to be balanced in the NFL. Football in general, but obviously in the NFL, every play matters. There's so much to it. It's just you got to be on your A game. You can't just show up and just expect to beat the Raiders. It's not going to happen. Yes, we are the better team. We have a lot of injuries. Still, we're the better team, more athletic, better talent. We have great coaching too, and they have a good coach with Pete Carroll, and with what's his name, Chip Kelly, offensive coordinator over there. So defense better show up, because I'm worried the offense is not going to put up many points this game unless we can run the ball. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, I'm trying to be as optimistic as I can be. I said I'm pretty pessimistic right now, but it's hard when you get your best player hurt. Your like I said, number one receiver's not making plays. Trevor's not progressing as much as I wanted him to. All of a sudden, we can't run the ball. We got destroyed last game. It's a lot at once, obviously. Season's not over. We can definitely save the season by making a trade. Winning this game, all of a sudden we're 5-3, and we're definitely in the wild card hunt. That's the thing. AFC is really strong this year, so we might end up going 10-7 and missing the playoffs. Still, that's how good the AFC is right now. So it is what it is. This has felt like the longest bye week of my life. I'm glad it's over. I'm glad the Jags are playing football again. I wish I could watch Travis Hunter this weekend. Not going to happen. It is what it is. Don't forget that I'm going to go live still for the Jags-Raiders game, even though everybody's going to be watching Chiefs-Bills. I will be live for Jags-Raiders. Don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube. Go follow me on TikTok, because I'll be live on there as well. That's where I get most of the action. Appreciate all the followers on TikTok and all the people that jumped in the last live. I had 5,000 views and 3,000 likes, and it was fun. It was really fun. And that was a blowout game. Hopefully we can get a dub this time. It can be a little bit better. But yeah, like I said, just remember to like and subscribe, and I'll be posting weekly videos still about the Jags' upcoming game and the previous game, and obviously all the other updates that happen throughout the week. So let's just go out and get this dub. And like I always say, go Jags.